everyone, welcome to the Up Life just because the bottom is overcrowded. My name is Daisy with a Z and I make YouTube content on academics, environment and lifestyle. So as you can see from my worksuit today, I'm strictly talking about the environment and I'm talking about things that have to do with our everyday life decisions, from our homes to our offices to our fun places, literally every tiny decision we make on a daily basis. The first thing I want to talk about today is the egg tray. So almost every household does have an egg tray, but where exactly do we take these after we are done eating all the eggs on them? So in as much as this is made out of recycled paper and in line when it comes to paper recycling, and yes, this is biodegradable, but when you discard this, it ends up in the landfill, and there in the landfill, it not only increases the amount of waste on the environment, but it also mixes up with other waste types that take a long time to decompose. So we are only increasing the amount of toxins on the environment. So for the love of the environment, for the love of conserving and preserving the environment for future generations, I'm going to do a separate video to do with the recycling and the reuse of this. Please look out for that video. The other thing I want to talk about is the use of these. So these are disposable cups. They could be juice cups, tea cups, coffee cups, whatever you use them for. These are meant to be used once, then we toss them off. These find their way to the environment. Not only do they increase the amount of litter, they also cause visual pollution. Also, others that are made out of paper, they look as though they're made out of paper, but they actually have a covering paste made out of plastic, which is made out of polythene. So these ones are not environmentally friendly. The other thing you should think about is the amount of trees cut, the amount of transportation, amount of energy. You're talking about issues to do with water and all those environmental aspects. So instead of using the disposable cups, why not opt for the reusable mug? So the reusable mug will seem expensive, but it is very environmentally friendly because it is meant to be used for a long period of time. So these two will do the same thing. Yes, this looks very bougie and all that, but it is not environmentally friendly. So when you have a decision to make, please opt for the reusable mug as opposed to the disposable packaging. Other thing I want to talk about is related to the previous aspect, which is the use of plastic straws. So plastic is meant to last for a long time, so it does not biodegrade. If it does, it takes a very long period of time. So instead of using plastic, why not use the paper straw? Paper is made out of plant material, and we know that plant materials biodegrade. So these two will do the same thing, but the paper one is more environmentally friendly as opposed to the plastic one. If you cannot get the paper straw, why not just sip in your juice or whatever you are taking for the love of the environment? Next thing I want to talk about is something that we are using every day these days, and these are face masks. So this one is a disposable face mask, and the sad truth is that the environment is being very overburdened in terms of litter. We are also having a lot of visual pollution because these are very disgusting to see on the environment. People discard them almost everywhere on the street. So instead of using the disposable face mask, why not use the reusable one? This one, you simply wash off the dirt and reuse it. So these two will do the same job, but this one is more environmentally friendly as opposed to this one. For the love of the environment, please make the right choice. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something that we use every now and then, and these are shaving sticks. So this kind of shaving stick is meant to be used once or twice. Then after that, once it gets blunt, we discard it off and then use another one. But how many of these will you use at the end of 12 months when you could have simply bought this one where all you do is do the replacement of the razor blade? This one looks expensive, will seem expensive the first time, but once you think about it deeply, this one is actually cheaper than this one, because these ones could be 10 or 5, and then how many will you use? Well, as this one, all you need is replacing the razor blade. These two do the same job, but this one is more environmentally friendly as opposed to this one. The next thing I want to talk about is the use of spray bottles. So this spray bottle was of a body mist, So I know men and women love to smell good, but where do we take the body mist spray bottles after we are done using them? So personally, I decide to reuse these in different ways. One of the ways I do so is by, for example, some products come in packagings that are difficult to deal with. This is rose water, the one I use for spraying my face, but then this is cumbersome to use. So instead of doing this, I just wash off this, just remove the scent from the body mist. Once it's clean, I pour in my rose water and then I spray. That way, I do not only make my life easy, but I also reduce the amount of waste that gets to the environment. The other thing I want to talk about is the use of plastic toothbrush. Others have an element of rubber, others are just plastic throughout, but these are not environmentally friendly as opposed to the usage of the wooden ones. These days on the market, in stores, you'll find the wooden toothbrush. Those ones are more environmentally friendly. I'm actually getting one because I know that is more environmentally friendly. So if you have a decision to make, please opt for the wooden toothbrush as opposed to the plastic one. The other thing I want to talk about is very controversial, which has to do with the intake of meat products. Once we take too much meat, please remember that you are increasing the environmental burden. We're talking about issues that have to do with what it takes for the livestock to be what it is. We're talking about issues to do with water, energy, transportation, issues to do with pollution. So please reduce the intake of meat products for the love of the environment. The last and final thing I want to talk about is when you have a choice, please choose the electronic way as opposed to the printed way. For example, you go to a store, they'll ask you to say, do you want us to print your receipt or you want us to send it to you electronically via maybe email or WhatsApp? Please choose the electronic way, because that way you are not only reducing the amount of waste on the environment, but you are also preserving the environment when it comes to the production of paper, which depends on tree cutting, which is deforestation. So please make informed decisions. So those two will still give you the same result, but then at the end of the day, what is the impact on the environment? Thank you so much for taking time off to watch my video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet subscribed. Tell a friend to tell their friends to tell their friends to come and watch this video. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video.